On the subject of platform engineering, specifically cost optimization, one of our guests, Ken Zay, suggested that developers should ideally handle pod level optimization, such as setting requests, limits, etc. How can organizations bridge the knowledge gap for developers who aren't Kubernetes experts?
Okay, that's actually a great question. But to be honest, so cost optimization, especially at the pod level, refers to to practice of minimizing the cost of running individual Kubernetes pods by carefully managing their resource allocation, primarily by adjusting the number of CPU cores and also the memory assigned to each pod based upon the actual usage, ensuring you only pay for the resources what you've used and your application truly need, and often achieved through techniques like auto scaling is one of the techniques, and also resource limits and request. And if you set a right set of limits on the resources for the deployment of the application, it's also well achievable. And also right sizing your instances, you have to keep a eye closely on the cost that you're running towards your clusters, and try to see if you have any pods or instances that are not using as much as you defined. When I mean that, let's say you have an application running with eight vCPUs and 20 gigabytes, and you have a stable application just running using just only 20% of it. You have to keep a close eye on it, and or you can create some alerts alerting when you're not using up to the threshold, right? And you have to right size the limits, and you have to reset that, or else I think the cost is going to